As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. OG dance god finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. Beautiful Bazaar breaks Maddie's nose for a basket of bread. Jojo stays at the cornucopia for resources. Baliendo runs away from the cornucopia. Love Overdose runs away from the cornucopia. Dancing Rick 101 runs away from the cornucopia. ALD Charm runs away from the cornucopia. Kathy grabs a shield leaning on the cornucopia. Christy grabs a backpack, not realizing it is empty. ALDC Kids runs away with a lighter and some rope. Classic Dance Moms finds a bag full of explosives. Jill breaks Dance Mom's dolphin's nose for a basket of bread. Forever ALDC runs away from the cornucopia. Bryn runs away from the cornucopia. ALDC Planet runs away from the cornucopia. Katie ALDC and Abby Lee Miller fight for a bag. Abby Lee Miller gives up and retreats. Abby's Angels runs away from the cornucopia. Dance Facts runs away from the cornucopia. DM Lover 579 grabs a sword. Dance Moms Originals Life grabs a backpack, not realizing it is empty. The Dance Moms Team 411 finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. Maddie tries to spear fish with a trident. Christy discovers a cave. Abby Lee Miller practices her archery. The Dance Moms Team 411 collects fruit from a tree. Abby's Angels, ALDC Kids, OG Dance God, and Dance Facts hunt for other tributes. Kathy camouflages herself in the bushes. Dancing Rick 101 hunts for other tributes. Baliendo, Classic Dance Moms Dolphin, Katie ALDC, and Dance Moms Originals Life hunt for other tributes. ALDC Planet discovers a cave. Bryn tends to Jojo's wounds. Love Overdose sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Jill, Forever ALDC, and ALD Charm hunt for other tributes. Beautiful Bazaar sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. DM Lover 579 makes a slingshot. Beautiful Bazaar overpowers Love Overdose, killing her. Classic Dance Moms receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Dancing Rick 101 tries to treat his infection. Dance Moms Dolphin ambushes ALDC Planet and kills her. Dance Facts and DM Lover 579 huddle for warmth. OG Dance God fends Abby Lee Miller, Maddie, and Baliendo away from her fire. Christy tends to her wounds. Bryn, Jill, Forever ALDC, Kathy, and Katie ALDC sleep in shifts. Jojo stays awake all night. Dance Moms Originals Life tends to her wounds. ALD Charm tries to sing herself to sleep. Abby's Angels lets the Dance Moms Team 411 into her shelter. ALDC Kids receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Scares Maddie off. ALD Charm camouflages herself in the bushes. Kathy camouflages herself in the bushes. Katie ALDC searches for firewood. Baliendo, Christy, and Jojo start fighting, but Christy runs away as Baliendo kills Jojo. Abby's Angels receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Dance Moms Dolphin searches for firewood. OG Dance God runs away from Beautiful Bazaar. Abby Lee Miller, Classic Dance Moms, and Dancing Rick 101 hunt for other tributes. DM Lover 579 camouflages herself in the bushes. ALDC Kids diverts Dance Facts' attention and runs away. The Dance Moms Team 411 collects fruit from a tree. Dance Moms Originals Life receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Forever ALDC and Jill hunt for other tributes. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Love Overdose District 8. ALDC Planet District 4. Jojo District 9. OG Dance God attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Christy tends to her wounds. Abby Lee Miller and Maddie sleep in shifts. ALDC Kids receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Jill tends to Forever ALDC's wounds. Dancing Rick 101 shoots an arrow at the Dance Moms team 411, but misses and kills Bailey and O instead. KDLDC starts a fire. Classic Dance Moms receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Bryn receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Beautiful Bazaar destroys LD Charms supplies while she is asleep. Dance Moms Originals Life, Dance Moms Dolphin, Dance Facts, and Kathy tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Abby's Angels cries herself to sleep. DM Lover 579 cries herself to sleep. Dance Moms Originals Life, Dancing Rick 101, Kathy and Katie LDC raid Jill's camp while she is hunting. Dance Facts receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. LDC Kids practices her archery. Dance Moms Dolphin injures herself. Classic Dance Moms searches for firewood. DM Lover 579 practices her archery. Abby Lee Miller defeats Forever LDC in a fight, but spares her life. Christy sets Abby's Angels on fire with a Molotov. The Dance Moms team 411 thinks about home. A LD Charm constructs a shack. Beautiful Bazaar discovers a river. OG Dance God explores the arena. Bryn chases Maddie. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Bailey and O District 9. Abby's Angels District 3. Jill and Bryn threaten a double suicide. It fails and they die. A LDC Kids sets up camp for the night. Maddie dies of dysentery. Katie LDC is awoken by nightmares. Dance Moms Originals Life goes to sleep. Beautiful Bazaar, LD Charm, Forever LDC, DM Lover 579, and Classic Dance Moms sleep in shifts. Dance Facts, Abby Lee Miller, Christy, and Dance Moms Dolphin tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. The Dance Moms team 411 thinks about winning. Kathy goes to sleep. OG Dance God tries to treat her infection. Dancing Rick 101 goes to sleep.